Japan, the country where there are robot priests, but also cafes for crying. A land where there are more cats than children and over 90,000 centenarians. A place where you can hire an actor to play your father, husband, or even your best friend. Where loneliness is an industry and robots are emotional counselors. Get ready, because what you're about to learn will change everything you thought you knew about Japan. And stay till the end, because the weirdest fact is one of the last. Japan consists of 14,125 islands, and 97% of its territory is made up of the four largest. Its area is about 378,000 square kilometers, placing it 62nd in the world. About the same size as Germany, but with nearly twice the population per square kilometer. Home to around 124 million people, it's one of the most densely inhabited developed nations in the world. According to the latest census, 97.8% of people in Japan are ethnically Japanese. Japanese people have the third highest life expectancy in the world. In 2025, the average life expectancy in Japan is 85 years. Men live an average of 81 years, while women live to 87. And even there, it's the women shortening their husbands' lives. By 2024, the number of centenarians reached 95,119. This is a record in the country's history. And now, the strange things begin. Before we continue, why not pause and share the weirdest thing you know about Japan or what you associate with it? Let's see if it shows up in the video. Now, let's move on. In Japan, pets outnumber children. There are about 16 million dogs and cats. Children under the age of 15, 14.3 million. There are entire islands nearly entirely inhabited by cats. The most famous is Aoshima, Cat Island, where cats outnumber people by more than 6 to 1. Life there feels more like an animated film than reality. The streets, boats, even the benches are all territories of the purring residents. Cats versus humans. Who wins? We won't say anything, but there are suspicions. In Japan, you can hire someone to play your friend, spouse, or parent. The human relationship rental businesses are rapidly growing. The price? Between $80 and $200 per hour, depending on the role and scenario. Loneliness there is no longer just a feeling. It's an industry, valued at billions of yen annually. And for those who can't afford $200 for a rented father, there are cafes for crying. Ruikatsu cafes, as the Japanese call them, are places where you literally go to cry. Yes, seriously. You walk in, sit comfortably, they play sad movies or music, give you tissues, and the air is filled with aromatherapy, which supposedly helps with emotional release. And if that's not enough, the staff might even come over and comfort you. No judgment, no uncomfortable questions, just tears. But if you think Japan is only used to openly expressing emotions, it's not afraid to tackle deeper, often neglected issues either. Organizations like White Hands provide sexual services for people with disabilities to ensure equal access to intimacy. These services are not scandalous, but a social service that allows individuals with physical or mental limitations to experience emotional and physical pleasures. This approach is part of Japan's efforts to address topics that are taboo in other societies. Complaining that you work too much? In the Japanese language, there's a word that has no equivalent in other languages, karoshi, or death from overwork. This is a real social crisis with dozens of victims every year. And when overwork catches up with you far from home, the capsule hotel is the closest refuge. These are spaces the size of a coffin, mostly used by traveling businessmen. Functional, cheap, and completely Japanese. In Japan, trains are delayed by an average of 20 seconds. And when they are delayed by a minute, it's common practice for the conductor to publicly apologize over the speakers. For longer delays, you get an official note to justify your tardiness at work. But unfortunately, not all delays are due to technical reasons. In a country where suicides are a social crisis, tragedies on the railway lines are a sad reality. At larger stations, blue lights have been installed. It's been proven that this color suppresses impulsive behavior. But the most shocking part is that in some cases, the suicide victim's family can even be fined for causing the delay. If this sounds heavy, there are even darker places. The Aokigahara Forest, at the foot of Mount Fuji, is sadly known as the suicide forest. Signs with messages like "Life is priceless" and "Seek help" greet visitors at the entrance. And volunteers regularly roam the dense silence, hoping to save a life. But after exploring the depths, it's time to look up to the heights, to the peak. Mount Fuji, Japan's majestic highest point, rises 3,776 meters into the sky, symbolizing strength and serenity. But did you know that above 3,250 meters, the summit is private property owned by a Shinto shrine? Tsunami is a Japanese word. It means tidal wave and entered the global vocabulary after the disasters of 2004 and 2011. Did you know that geishas were originally men? They were called taikomochi and were an important part of Japanese entertainment culture, performing at banquets, singing and dancing for the pleasure of the guests. By today's standards, a paradox, but a historical fact. Yaiba, slightly crooked canine teeth, are considered cute in Japan. So much so that some even pay dentists to intentionally make their teeth crooked. In the West, that would be a reason for braces. In Japan, a reason to smile. Behind this unique aesthetic lies a specific culture of upbringing. In Japan, children are taught responsibility from a young age, including by cleaning their own schools. There are no janitors. The students themselves keep the classrooms clean. And if you're still not impressed, give us another 30 seconds. Basashi is a dish made from raw horse meat. It's served thinly sliced, often with soy sauce, ginger, and garlic. It's especially popular in Kumamoto Prefecture, where it's considered a local delicacy. It may shock or even disgust you, but in some parts of Japan, dolphin meat is still consumed. This practice is mostly limited to the town of Taiji and is far from widespread across the country. The topic is highly controversial, both outside Japan and within, with many finding it morally unacceptable. Kanamara Matsuri, or the Festival of the Steel Phallus, is perhaps the most eccentric celebration in Japan. Every spring in Kawasaki, giant statues in the shape of penises are carried through the streets. Yes, it's true. Enormous penis statues, lollipops, plush toys, hats, and much more. This is Japan. Yes, you're right. We love this strange country. Robot monks now lead Buddhist ceremonies in Japan. With metal arms and digital eyes, they recite sutras, move rhythmically, and even answer questions. Technology meets spirituality in a perfectly Japanese way. By the way, if you'd like to learn fascinating facts about another country, share in the comments which one interests you most. The most mentioned country wins. Japan is the only country in the world with an emperor, though mostly in a ceremonial role. The Yamato dynasty has existed for over 2,600 years, considered the longest continuous monarchy in the world. Nishiyama Onsen Keiyunkan is the oldest hotel in the world, in continuous operation since the year 705. It's been owned by the same family for all these centuries. Its uniqueness lies not only in its age, but in offering an authentic Japanese experience, with traditional onsen baths that have been in use for nearly 1,300 years. And so Japan, a land of contrasts, quirks, and a deep bond between tradition and future, a mystery dressed in kimono and technology. If you liked the content, feel free to support me with a subscription. Until next time.